Screams are there? Like
Four.
Four?
And then there's a TV series now, too.
How many did Wes Craven do?
I think he did...
4. He did all 4.
Did he do all 4?
I think he did.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not. Maybe he only did 1 and 4, but he definitely did 1 and 4.
But then I ended up watching Chud 2.
But the Chud.
Come on,
Ken's
man.
jerk-off movie.
Yeah, first time I ever masturbated was that movie.
Cooties. Fucking great horror comedy.
Cooties is good.
Cooties is that the one with Elijah Wood?
Yeah.
Yep.
that one was good.
The Hills Run Red. Such an underrated slasher.
Yeah, I like that one. That's a good one.
So mean-spirited
William
and violent.
Sadler and lots of hot tits.
Yeah. Then, obviously, when it was Friday the 13th, watched the final chapter in Freddy vs. Jason. Just because I hadn't seen Freddy vs. Jason in forever, so I was like, fuck it, watch it. Still just like a popcorn flick. Then I watched Return of the Living Dead 3 and Amityville 2, The Possession for the first time, which that was great.
Yeah, the movie's really good.
Fucking loved it.
Creepy, sleazy, incesty, fucking cool effects.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite Amityville.
I didn't mean to make that noise when you said incesty. Incest.
And then I watched Gravy, which that was a fun horror comedy.
Gravy.
And then Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Okay, there was that clown movie that I watched.
Wes Craven totally directed all the Scream movies.
Wow.
Oh, okay,
that's sad. Yeah, there was I forgot what
Circus of the Dead?
Yeah, that was fucking really good.
I want to watch that one still. That one's on my list.
That was shockingly good. I didn't expect anything from it. Because I just watched Clowntown Murders before, and I was just like, I think I'm like over the clown horror for sure. Because nothing's
there never been a good clown horror movie?
Well, Clown was good.
I still haven't watched that, and I don't even know if I want to.
Yeah, then there's one that someone just mentioned today, like on another page I've seen that I need to check out just from the title, and it's called Don't Fuck in the Woods.
Yes, I gotta watch that now.
It's apparently a creature feature of some sort or something like that.
Okay.
Dude, that movie Monster was stupid as fuck.
Monster.
Oh, Monster.
With the girl and the...
The wife and the daughter. I loved it.
Loved it?
It was
I like the
top
dynamic,
4.
but the monster was pretty cool, but the ending was
the ending was
dumb.
lame.
Well, everything about it was dumb.
I thought I was raised by an alcoholic mother, Randy, and it felt like I was a little girl again.
The acting in that was incredible.
Yeah, it was good performances.
I guess.
And then the little girl at the end is like, "I'm not afraid of monsters anymore."
Yeah, the ending. The ending was just so bad.
Just all of it was dumb. Like the mother, fucking. Just a lot of the.
She played a good alcoholic. She did.
It was dumb.
Or a drug addict.
It would have made for maybe like a cool 20 or 30-minute episode of a anthology TV show or something.
All right. Well, there'd be no backstory, just be monster, and that's it. So.
Yep, that'd be just fine.
Okay. You with your drug problems, bagging on.
I think we finally hit all
an
the
actress
lists.
who could play a good drug addict, but whatever. And so now we will talk about the history of vampire movies.
Light,
What?
trader, turn on the green light.
Vampire movies, the history of. You go, Randy.
I'll
start at Fright Night for all I give a shit. But you can go.
Well, obviously, we have to start with Friedrich Wilhelm Murnau's Nosferatu from 1922, which he crookedly and underhandedly adapted against the wishes of Bram Stoker's widow after she denied him the rights to his novel. Murnau tweaked the script a bit and changed it from Dracula to Orlok and a couple of other details, but it's obviously Dracula, just under a different name. After that, we fast forward ahead a little bit to Vampire, which is, I think it's a Dutch film, but it's like loosely based on Sheridan Le Fano's Carmilla, I think. That's a good one. Lots of cool imagery. Those are the cool ones from the silent era that I can think of. And then you get the Universal run of Dracula and the sequels. And after that, there were a few, there was Return of the Vampire with Bela Lugosi. That wasn't a Universal film, but it's not, it's not quite up to par with those, but it's really good. And,
You're not going to do your, nobody gives a fuck about Bela?
No one gives two fucks for Bela.
Okay.
Then the Hammer cycle started. They did a lot of really great vampire films, and then, at that point, most of the other world cinema countries joined in as well. You had like some Italian and some Spanish, like the Spanish Dracula with Christopher Lee is cool, and like Franco did a Dracula movie with maybe Jack Palance, I think. You know, through the 70s, vampire films, like, they got a lot sleazier, obviously. And then the 80s, they got fucking darker and sillier at the same time. Like, they kind of, and especially in 87, they seem to fork in two different directions with
Lost
Near
Boys
Dark and The Lost
yeah.
Boys. But, you know, they kind of exploded again in the 90s when the Buffy thing happened. But after the 80s, there was like that Dracula movie with Langella, I think, in the 80s, and that one's just not really great. And there wasn't much to hear, you know, there wasn't much happening in the vampire world between then and when the Buffy thing happened, but then there was like a huge another
30 Days a Night.
Another huge explosion.
And
Well, like Bram Stoker's Dracula came out.
I mean that's like the 90s entry right there, and that one's fucking among the best for sure. That was also like one of the last films to just be all in-camera effects in Hollywood. Like there's no
CGI.
Yeah, no trickery or
post.
post-production effects. It's all in camera. They use like a bunch of old school techniques, matting and layering and stuff. And then after like it died down again a bit, Let the Right One In re-kickstarted it again. And the vampire thing at some point gave way to the zombie thing, but I want to say that Dracula is like the most portrayed character in film history as far as a literary character. Yeah. I want to say I read that somewhere. Like it's hundreds of times.
Mm-hmm.
There, you could easily make a list of 50 great vampire films without like breaking a sweat.
Mm-hmm. And then you got where the vampires are hot and with Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise.
Oh yeah, Interview with the Vampire.
Interview, yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of films that have done more harm than good, and some of them are actually even all right. Like Interview with the Vampire, I don't mind. I am a sucker for Neil Jordan though. I think that pretty much everything that guy's done is good on one level or another.
Yeah, he's the one that directed that too, right? Neil Jordan directed Interview.
That's what he said.
Okay,
yeah,
that's what I was making sure because I didn't realize.
Get off the
Scott's contribution to the history of vampire film.
And he just asked the question that was answered.
Fuck you guys.
Did you have anything to add?
No, I mean you pretty much hit everything that I would have talked about.
What's your favorite vampire movie?
Vampire.
Favorite vampire movie would probably be either Fright Night or Near Dark.
That's what I was gonna say. I mean, for contemporary vampire stuff like 80s and current, I guess. Yeah, I don't know which one. I think I like Near Dark better.
It's been a while since I watched.
I don't want to be an elitist, but I'm probably gonna go with like Nosferatu.
Okay, I knew you would.
And I'm one of the few people that holds Herzog's remake in almost as high esteem as
that was like
Murnau's.
70,
it was like 79.
Yeah.
And evidently, who's remaking it again? The witch guy,
Robert Eggers.
Yeah. So that.
Oh fuck yes, dude, that's gonna be good.
I'm really interested to see what he's gonna do with it. I was a little bit kind of like eye rolly when I heard his next movie was gonna be a remake, but at least it is.
And I think from you is he's gonna go for silent.
Yeah, he wanted to try and make it a silent film.
If he does it silent, then I'm gonna have just like so much respect for the guy. If he can get someone to go along with his plan to make a silent film in 2017.
Yeah, that's the worry that I have is that whoever's not going to allow it.
I can only think of one modern silent film that I've seen like within recent years, and it's
that fucking
Call
weird...
of Cthulhu.
Oh no, I thought you were talking about the weird one, the black and white. What the fuck's it called? Said something about it like a year ago, and I said I started watching it, and you said it wasn't that good. It's really weird looking. It's got a weird character.
Begotten?
Yeah, Begotten.
Oh no, Begotten's pretty decent.
But I mean,
it's mostly just like fucked up imagery.
Yeah, imagery. Yeah.
But that H.P. Lovecraft Historical Society, they did that like little adaptation of Call of Cthulhu. It's pretty good. But anyway, yeah. So we always forget to like say something that I feel like we should say when we're talking about in the history segment, and then like a day later I think about it and I start losing sleep about it. Like, oh god, somebody's gonna hear that and they're gonna be like, oh, he's stupid.
I could record a phone conversation and edit into the podcast.
Yeah, I don't know, it's not that big of a deal.
You want to do plugs?
I talked about Murnau, I talked about Universal, I talked about Hammer, and
Yeah, that's good enough. You covered it.
Yeah, I mean, vampire movies have had a bunch of different phases. There's like the gothic romantic style. There's like the stupid fucking I do kung fu and wear leather clothes and have a machine gun.
And I don't pay my taxes and go to prison. We're
Uh,
talking about Wesley
Blade.
Snipes, right? Okay.
and there's, there are some pretty underrated and overly hated vampire films. Like Carpenter's Vampires is really great. I don't understand why people don't like it.
Yeah, I
then you
always
got-
thought it was okay.
Well, then you got From Dusk Till Dawn, all that shit too, which they lost me after the first.
From Dusk Till Dawn stops being cool when the vampires show up.
Well, yeah, but also in the series, it stopped being cool when vampires are shooting guns.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Oh, it's so
Why would a vampire need a gun?
I know, it's so dumb. It's just like a fucking gunfight with
Vampires like as fast as a bullet, right?
Should
It's
be.
fucking stupid.
Yeah, I never understood that.
Unconventional vampire films are, they're usually really cool.
Mm.
Like Kronos is a good
Yeah,
example of
that's-
a
yeah.
very unconventional vampire film.
Absolutely.
Which was also in the 90s cycle, which was pretty shallow as far as like terms of quantity for vampire films.
Well, hell, even Life Force.
Yeah, Life Force.
Unconventional.
Pretty
Life,
unconventional vampire film.
yeah, Life Force was pretty much all over the place.
Near Dark is fairly unconventional, kind of like a western, kind of a road movie.
Just about vampire survival, pretty much. Having to live in hotel rooms. Fucking,
Tinfoil.
yeah.
Vampires need a lot of tinfoil. I learned that from Near Dark. Plugs?
All right, plugs. Well, we finally got ourselves back on iTunes, so go to iTunes and look for us under the Horror Drunks. Rate, review, and subscribe if you could. We are...
No, you can.
There.
You can do that.
Just do it.
Not
you
if they...
can.
Don't give them the option if they
Okay,
could.
you will.
You will.
Yes.
You
If
will
you're
rate,
listening
review,
to
and
this
subscribe.
podcast, that's what you're going to do.
Yes.
Do it, damn it. Then we also have our podcast group, the Horror Drunks Podcast. The Horror Drunks Podcast group on Facebook. Follow us on the Horror Drunks Podcast Facebook page. Follow us at the Horror Drunks Podcast on Instagram. Also, if you could, follow us at the Horror Drunks on Twitter.
Just don't follow us in our everyday lives.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want that. I don't want people around me that I don't know.
I already
just
have
following
enough
me.
people fucking bothering me.
We also have an email set up called askthehorrordrunks@gmail.com. So if you have anything you want to bring up to us.
Has anyone ever sent anything?
I am-
to that
No, we only
ever?
had one episode since that happened, so
I am gonna send us questions.
do it.
Start it off. Like,
You're
what the
under
fuck
one
do
of
you
your
guys? What are you guys doing?
many anonymous email accounts
Yeah.
that you use to fucking harass people.
Yeah, my Craigslist hookup account emails.
Gross.
And then I also have a personal blog if you want to do it, but it's Scott's horror movie crypt review blog.
Wait a
Follow me
minute.
on Facebook.
You're branching out.
Yeah,
You're
it's just-
plugging yourself.
I am plugging myself
All right.
with
Whatever.
a butt plug. Wait, did I say
There
that?
should be a
wrong?
different medium for you to plug your own shit, but okay.
Hey, it's just written review stuff for things that I've watched. Not gonna.
You're
review.
actually pretty good at that. I was just like, is he copy and pasting? Because this is very good.
Sometimes the only time I do that is like the copy and paste the synopsis, but
Okay.
like the review itself is all me.
That's really good.
Well, thank you. As I've been trying to do it because I want to just.
Can't hate
bored.
on it. Like, it would be cool if you sucked at it. And I could laugh at it right now, but I can't. It's really good.
Yeah,
I
just
didn't
got
know
bored.
you. So you're not writing the synopses? Those are like.
The only one I wrote the synopsis for, I think, was my Get Out review. But the other ones, I just was being lazy and just took the IMDb synopsis.
You have to write your own synopses. You're not allowed to do that.
It's
Hey, at least I admit that part.
I'm gonna make fun of. Like every time you post a new one, I'm gonna be like, "Did you write this synopsis?"
Fine, I'll start being a little more creative, Randy,
There
just
you
for
go.
you.
At least change a couple words after you paste
Yeah,
it.
there we go. Do like I used to do with my old high school research papers.
Now we'll insert a couple $100 words.
Yeah, he's on fucking dictionary.com or thesaurus. Thesaurus. All right, is that it?
Yep, that's it.
No, we gotta plug Juan Gutierrez.
Oh,
for
shit, yep.
Drawing our like our logo design for our hoodies and for the podcast itself.
Yeah, but thanks for promoting